So is it this one or is it this one? I don't know. We're gonna have to just have a conversation about it and see which one gonna be the winner. What up, everybody? It's your boy Mike. We back again with another episode. Ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time, but what I first need y'all to do, go ahead, hit that like button. Go ahead, leave a comment for your boy. And if you're new watching, please go ahead, smash the subscribe button. Go ahead, join the family, because we got a lot to talk about today. Really, the first thing I really want to have a conversation about is the hype has went ahead and died down a lot about the Cool Grey 9s. So we can kind of have a little bit of a conversation, have a little bit of a comparison, and see how y'all feel, because I really just want to know. I just got to ask y'all a question. So between the two releases, definitely the Cool Grey 9 release was a lot wilder. You know, we saw a couple fights, nothing like we saw with the Metallic 5s with people getting beat up and shot over. And then we know when the Olive 9s drops back in, I want to say November 2024, it wasn't that many people in line for them. Like, it was a couple people at the store that I went to when I went down to the Nike outlet. I mean, Nike store, my boy JP. We went down there, we was in line for a little bit. He got his size 15, which was no issue at all. I got my pair with no problem. But the Cool Grey 9s was giving people a little bit of issues. These was a lot more limited than the Olive 9s. With the Olive 9s, like I said, you can probably find these on shelves right now. Some City Gears, some DTLRs, some JD Sports. These are actually still in a lot of stores right now. Originally released back in like 1993. I want to say Jordan released these. This was like the first Jordan release when he was retired. So like when he retired like in 93, I want to say this was like the first shoe that they actually dropped. I couldn't find no pictures with Mike actually wearing these on the court. But I did find a picture of him playing around with like some golf clubs. I did see him in a pair of Olive 9s and then, but no on-court pictures. So are we considering these an OG because it was actually one of their original models? Or are we not calling the OG because he didn't wear it on court? If he did, let me know. If I find a picture, I'm gonna put it right here, but I don't know. If y'all, like I said, if you know, let me know. But then we got the Cool Grey 9s. Now the Cool Grey 9s, I wanna say these were originally released back in 2003. If I'm mistaken, I'll correct myself later. But like I said, this was originally released back when Jordan was playing with the Wizards back in the day when he came back from retirement. So some people may not try to call this one not an OG because it wasn't worn when he was with the Bulls, but it was worn originally from him, and it's an original colorway when he was actually having it on his feet. So I'm gonna call it the OG. But yeah, we got the Cool Grey 9. And I think people was going way more crazy over the Cool Grey 9 than they was for the Olive 9s. What is the reason? What y'all think? Y'all think it looked better, or do y'all think it was just because it was more limited? Y'all think Jordan been just kind of going crazy more with their marketing lately? It's been kind of helping to push. What y'all think? But overall, you know, with the Olive 9, like I said, originally released back in 93, and you got a lot of these earth tones with this shoe. It kind of gives you like a military feel with these color tones they went with. You got this nubuck, olive looking color, and then you got this nice leather, which is a real durable shoe. That's one thing that I did like about these Olive 9s when they released this. Even like the paint on the side, it's not none of that chipping type of paint that's gonna come off, so it's real durable. You can tell that this shoe is gonna last a long time. As far as just the style and the mold, really 9s all together, because it is kind of like a snug, bulky shoe, but you can definitely tell that this Olive 9 was one that was going to be specifically probably worn for like the fall, winter kind of style, because it's still stylish, but it's also, it gives like a boot look. You know what I'm saying? The 9s in general was made during his time. Well, the 9s in general was kind of based off like a baseball shoe, so it gives you that boot like type of look. But I don't know if the color turned a lot of people away from it, because like I said, these were still sitting in a lot of shelves. But personally, I like the Olive 9. The Cool Grey 9s was a very limited release. Like, you can probably find some GS sizes in stores, but in most cities, these are already sold out. You're not gonna find no size. I know my boy Mike Rich, he posted a couple size 9s and 9.5s at one of the malls. But you're not really gonna find these nowhere right now in store at all. You're gonna find these online. You can pay resale for them. But between the two, I want to say that the, you know what I'm saying, that the hype was a lot more crazier behind the Cool Grey 9 than it was for the Olive 9. Nobody was really making any type of buzz about the Olive 9. But the Cool Grey is a very cool shoe because you get this patent leather across the side, and you get this nubuck gray. You also get the translucent sole on the bottom. Some people don't like that about the Cool Grey 9 because it does start to age a little bit over time, and you know, it can kind of get really yellow. It's kind of ugly. I ain't gonna fake it to you. There's one thing about the Cool Grey 9, it does get ugly on that bottom when they start to get yellow. So when it comes to like a durability test, I do want to say that the Olive 9 is a lot more long lasting than the Cool Gray 9, but you know what I'm saying, you got to wear your shoes, and you know what I'm saying, ain't really too much you can do about it. You can probably put a little force, not a force field, what some things called, like a sole protector on the bottom of these, but that's probably the most you could do. You know, we wear our kicks around here, so maybe I'll think about investing in one of those. So, you know, it seems like it wouldn't be a bad investment at all. But yeah, I feel like this, between the two, I don't know which one I would say is better. I don't really even want to compare them, but I had to for the video just to see how y'all felt, because I feel like these two releases are close enough where we can say within like a 6-month proximity, to where we can kind of just judge by how, you know, not how the reaction was, but more so I just want to know how y'all feel. What's your personal reaction between the two? Do you have the Olive 9? Do you have the Cool Grays? If you have both, which you prefer? If you chose to get one or the other, why did you go that route? Personally, which one do y'all like? I want to know from like a durability standpoint. I want to know from a historical standpoint. Let me even know just by how y'all feel like it can be rocked. Do you think you get more fits off? Like I said, I think you can wear this a lot more in the fall and winter time versus you wearing this in the like during the spring or the summer. But then this one you can wear year round, but really during the spring and summer, this is when this shoe gonna really pop. So this is actually a great time that they dropped it around now, because you can really get some fits off. But even when you start to trickle over into the fall and the winter, you can still pull this off. It's a cool gray. Look at that. You can't really go wrong with that. Can't really beat that. Like I said, y'all let me know down in the comments. I'm not choosing no winner. I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. I love both shoes. We got, like I said, we got the Olive 9, we got the Cool Gray 9. I'm not choosing which one I think is better than the other, but I just know both of these can go on my feet. That's really all I can say. But hey, check it out. If you're watching right now, you already got to this end of the video, you might as well go ahead and smash that like button. You might as well go ahead and leave a comment. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe for your boy. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and join the family, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next episode. Peace, and we out.